I don't think you heard me.
Oh boy, Silver the Hedgehog. Likewise with what I said in the beginning of my Harley Quinn video, he's quite a controversial character within the Sonic fandom. Fans are split down the middle in their opinions of him, with one side finding him extremely annoying and one side liking him as a character. You also have the sides where fans seem pretty indifferent about him and the rest not really caring about him at all. Now, like I do with my other character analysis videos, I'll do my best to be as non-biased about him as I possibly can because me personally, I do actually really like Silver as a character. But that might not come off that way to some people, simply because, as I've said earlier, lots of fans in the Sonic franchise find him extremely annoying as a character with barely anything that makes him unique or standing out. I'll leave your personal opinions of Silver completely up to you, however, I still think he's an interesting enough character to deserve his own character dissection video, so if you understand all of that, cool, let's go on ahead and get started. The best way I can start with when it comes to Silver is the future he comes from and how this timeline affects his mentality and his drive. When Silver was first introduced back in Sonic 06, we see that he's extremely driven to kill Sonic at all costs, and this is due to the manipulation of Mephiles and fooling him into believing that Sonic is the Iblis trigger. Now, Silver is mentioned countless times by Blaze the Cat to be extremely naive and immature, but you can't really blame him when Silver's entire life was surrounded by falling buildings and fiery surroundings, so I'm sure he was determined in making the world a better place somehow. But Silver does seem to struggle with his own morals, which shows his childish nature, as Amy Rose made him question whether it was really the right thing to kill someone in order to save his own world. This shows that Silver truly does mean well for whatever his intentions are, and wants nothing but the best for everyone he's surrounded by. I'll use his interactions with Blaze and Amy as proof of his well-intended nature and his morals. I'm sure Silver deep down really wanted to understand that Sonic was in fact a good person. If Amy were to choose Sonic over the entire world, that would have to mean that she's either very loyal or very naive, or maybe even both. And I'm sure Silver would have no issue killing someone evil for the sake of making the world a better place, yet felt the need to based only on the information he was shown by Mephiles. It seems that even after his first battle with Sonic that he still seems to be morally conflicted, yet chooses to pursue Sonic as the only goal he has in that present timeline, and only chooses to pursue him because it's currently his only option. And with that being said, I'm sure if there was any other option, Silver simply would not have tirelessly pursued Sonic the way he did throughout the entire game. As he learns more about the accident that took place in Soliana 10 years prior, he learns that Sonic is not the Iblis trigger the same way he once thought, and he chooses to instead help Sonic in protecting the vessel for Iblis to prevent his own future from happening. And in my honest opinion, when we think about how the Solaris project led to the events that take place after that ends up resulting in Silver's future, the more it simultaneously makes the Solaris project a much more interesting plot point. See, the reason this project took place to begin with was because the Duke of Soliana wanted to use the power of Solaris as a means to help their own people, yet the project went unstable and resulted in Solaris being split apart. The body and power of Solaris gave birth to Iblis, and the mind and consciousness gave birth to Mephiles, and it was Iblis that devastated Silver's future world, so to Silver, it only made sense to not only prevent the future from happening in the main timeline, but to also go back to his world with his newfound knowledge in order to permanently defeat Iblis. This same determination to protect all in existence is even present when Mephiles succeeds at killing Sonic to release Iblis and therefore bring back Solaris. There's really not much to talk about with his appearance in Sonic Generations since he's a very minor character in that game, but in Sonic Forces we see him again, and although it isn't really mentioned why he's back in the past, we can chalk it up to his future being destroyed due to the Eggman Empire. Now, I haven't played Sonic Rivals or Rivals 2, but after researching a little bit after doing my previous video on Silver being a time paradox, Silver seems to be a different character in those two games. In these games, he still retains his determination and drive to make the world a better place, yet has a new somewhat cold attitude, much like Shadow. Also, he seems to not know Sonic or Shadow in these games, which I guess would make sense considering the events of Sonic 06 were retconned. However, that also couldn't be the case because Crisis City returned in Sonic Generations, and it's a level that's only appeared in Sonic 06. Maybe the Time Eater has something to do with it, but regardless, Regardless, Silver doesn't seem to have a desire to kill Sonic like he did before, but continues to fight Sonic because Sonic was an obstacle in his goal for saving the world. Silver seems to be slightly more amoral than he was in Sonic 06, but like I said in my Silver Time Paradox video, I don't think they're mainline Sonic games, so I think this is where I'll stop the video. So hopefully some of you guys understand a little more about Silver's character and where he kind of fits into the Sonic universe. I actually had fun making this video, so if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like on this video, comment what other character analysis videos you'd like to see, and subscribe to the channel because there's a long list of characters who are worth making these kinds of videos on. So if you want to see more like this, go on ahead and subscribe. That's all for today, everyone. Matrox Gaming out. Peace.